How y'all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Got 3 items for you today. We have a sorry. We have, I said I'm not going to buy any more weird monopolies, but we have a weird monopoly. And then we have a WWE microphone. So let's start off with sorry. So recently I realized I'd sold all of my sorry stuff. So lo and behold, I found another one. Out. And sorry we awesome. Sorry we buy for the pawns and the cards, of which there are no cards. So this is off to an awesome start. An unplayable game. Thank you kindly, whoever graciously donated to your charity shop a game you cannot play. Amazing. So anyways, we got these ones. Fuck. What can you do? Now, just on principle, I never bring anything back. You can get receipts and you can return things that are defective, but if they go out of business, I am royally fucked on this, so I just kind of suck it up. That's what we got going on. We got some pawns. Those are gonna be $8. That was easy. Let's look at this Monopoly. Now, I swore I would stop buying random Monopolies, but today, it is a different day. And I saw this. Like, there's no way this isn't valuable for this Game of Thrones. And then I stand there thinking about it, like, this actually makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of area in Game of Thrones. A lot of the Monopoly knockoff, like not knockoffs, but derivatives, what we'd say. They have Peppa Pig, and it's like, okay, we got like Grandpa's house, we got Rebecca Rabbit's house. Like, there's not enough area. There's more than enough area. This board is going to have a lot of different stuff. I think it's going to work out pretty good. I don't know if the currency is going to involve killing people. Like, I don't know. Now, the other cool thing, and to not get a copyright strike, I'm not going to play much of it, but and so on. It plays music. I figured it has to be valuable. Adult players is the other thing that I saw. That's why I think this is going to be kind of edgy. Now, I'm going to treat it as if it is new in box. There is a little damage here and here. It's not perfect. Obviously, it works, that part. This might actually be new in box. So we got the tape from the store here. But then we have the circle tape here. It's still intact. I don't think this has ever been opened. Of course, now the problem is I have to take off the tape they put on for no apparent reason. If this is sealed, this is probably real good. Of course, if it's sealed, I don't want to open it and unseal it then. I guess we just have to look at the back. Can I painstakingly get this tape off without wrecking the box? It's at least like a good finish on the box, so it's not sticking too much. Trying to do tape, this is what you do. Throttling motion, hold the tape close to the box, go completely opposite direction of the tape. All right, we got one side. So it's hard to tell if this has been taken off and resealed or not. So a way you can tell if this has been opened is if you tip the box and you hear pieces moving, like tinkling around in the box, then everything's unsealed. If you hear boxes, like if you hear bags sliding, you know it's sealed. If you hear cards moving, it's unsealed. If you hear like a thunk, it's sealed. The tough part is when you're not sure, if I list this as new and it's really some jackwagon just sealed it back up, I am in trouble at that point if somebody does open it for whatever reason. All right. I paid $6 for this because I didn't think there was any way it wasn't valuable. I've never seen one. And, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff. So, like Lord of the Rings. The fact that it's clearly made for adults and it says adults on the front, it's going to carry a higher price tag automatically because we're adults spending money on ourselves, and that's what we do, apparently. Okay. So we're going to see if we can hear what's going on in this box. Thunking. Thing sounds loose. Oh, man. This looks like it was unsealed and sealed back up on this sticker. And so does this one. Because they don't overlap correctly. And so does this one. I think this was opened and then resealed. So, if I open it and it's all packaged up, I can still call it new. I mean, it does have cosmetic damage as well. I hate this. I hate that I don't know. Because I can't sell it if I don't know for sure. It just looks like somebody slapped the tape back on. Oh crap, I brought my little screwdriver to work. I had an emergency call, and I knew it required a very small, flat screwdriver, so I just grabbed one off my desk. So I wasn't entirely sure the one I had in my tool bag was going to be okay. So we're going to... I think we're going to do what I believe whoever had it did, which is unfold this and then fold it back. And this is 2018. So that has a picture of the boards. So Hard Home and the Cave of the Three-Eyed Raven is the cheap property. I guess there's no buildings, so that makes sense. So Dothraki Tribute. So Chance is the Old Gods. Okay, no, Chance is Chance and Community Chest is the Old Gods. Is that how this works? Yunkai and Astafor Marine, so that's one area. That makes sense. Yeah. Hornhill, Old Town, My Garden. Let's look at what is the most expensive thing. I'm assuming it's going to be King's Landing and Castle Rock. That makes the most sense. Yeah, King's Landing and Dragonstone. Okay. I'm a big fan of the books. Big fan of the show. You know, nobody was happy with how it ended, but it's very difficult to end anything like that in a way that anybody's going to be happy. I just thought they dropped the ball on a lot of potential arcs. I don't think the book will ever be finished, or books. And I don't think I'd bother reading them even if they were at this point. I'm just so out of it. I haven't read. I don't even remember the last book. I don't remember anything about it. I know it's stuff that was largely left off the show, like the Iron Islands guy and like his subplot. They didn't even bother with. So I can't imagine it has anything to do with the end game of the show or the end game of the books if they have no part in the story. All right, so we got all this off. So we're going to see if... Okay, it is sealed. So we have our chance cards. We have 6 tokens. We have the throne. I don't know what that does. We have castles and keeps and dice. Currency is coins, and they are unpunched. And then we have the board. It's new in box. Awesome. This is a good find. Really good find. I hate that I opened it, but it's for the sake of not knowing, it made the most sense to do it. Should have just trusted my ears, but whatever. Alright, so we're tape this back up. Alright. So what can we get for a brand new Monopoly Game of Thrones? Alright, so there's different ones. There's a collector's edition, but we have the square one that plays music down here, sound effects complete. And whenever we're looking at stuff, we're looking at the one with all the watchers. $35, pre-owned, complete. We got brand new because it's sealed. The stuff inside is sealed. This person is selling theirs for very cheap. $572. Just the Iron Throne. That's interesting. The buildings are apparently different in the other versions. This is from the one we got. So I could call it new, and it looks like at new we're looking at about $40. So I'm just gonna go to sold. Got 82 sold, a pre-owned for 35, complete works. We got pieces, a brand new for 40, pre-owned for less. Somebody did a bid and lost their shirt. This is a bad idea. Do not do bids. No point in doing that. I mean, if you bought this, you could have just turned around and immediately sold it for more. I've done that on bids where nobody bought anything. I put $1 down and I won. And I flipped it for like $30. So, that'll be something I do when I retire, and this is my full-time gigs to get back into monitoring eBay and buying off of it. But anyways, yeah, so new and working. 50s, brand new. So I did open it, but it is still sealed. So we will do 30 and shipping. Well, the shipping overage eats the fee, so you end up with 30. It's not bad. I picked it up for 6. And it's funny how the universe works, where I try not to buy stuff that I'm going to sell as is. But I sold the helicopter model I had a few episodes ago that I found in the garbage. I sold that the other day. So now I have space for 1 box. The next day, here's this. It's fate. But alright, so let's check out this WWE microphone. Alright, and lastly, I picked up WWE microphone. It is tacky. Somebody had greasy hands when they were playing with this, so we're gonna have to clean it. Well, first we're gonna see if it works. So I got this for $3. I looked quick online and I saw that it in fact sold a lot. You know, WWE produces a lot of things, and some of them have value, like figures, for instance, sell really well. And I think belts do as well, although I've never run into one in the wild that wasn't like really cheap. But, you know, like the vehicles and the rings don't sell that well. And I think by nature, a lot of this stuff gets ruined. So you're going to cut a promo, and then your friend's going to kick you in the face, and maybe you drop this and break it. You can see that happening. But that leads into the scarcity and supply and demand. How many of these are out there that didn't get bounced off somebody's head, right? So we have battery. It doesn't work. It's light, so I'm assuming there are 0 batteries in it. We're going to figure that out. Hopefully we don't have to turn this into a cleaning video. Oh no, there are batteries in it. They don't look bad though. They're not blown up at all. We got 3 AA's that work. I don't know how it's supposed to work, unfortunately, so you'd think the center button would... Oh yeah, I can try talking into it. Nope, that ain't it. Are these batteries no good? Entirely possible. I've had a hard time finding decent batteries. Of course, the trick is then I got to grab an item that also uses 3. If it works in that, and not in this. That's how we troubleshoot problems. Well, I'll just grab 3 more batteries because I got about 20 AAA's on my desk. And just because I didn't visibly see it blow up. So. Why is this an AJ Styles microphone? Is that a... I'm guessing maybe you can cycle through Reselling. Finn Balor, AJ Styles. So I'm guessing this is from. Oh. AJ. Finn hasn't been big in a while. I didn't want to keep playing those because I don't know if any of that is copywritten. I don't think it would be, but let's not find out. Finn, AJ. I thought he just got in recently, in the last few years. Probably actually going to say it right here. 2013. Okay. I would have been off. I dip in and out of wrestling at times. I'm familiar with both guys. Finn actually more from Japan, where he was Prince something or other. But anyways. WWE microphone. Let's check this out. WWE 2013. Whoops. Microphone. Here we go. So there's different ones apparently. Battle microphone versus Big Talker. So we got Big Talker. And we're looking at 20. Then there's a Raw microphone for the same year. All right. So we're looking at 20. 58 results. 14 sold. Not a bad sell-through. That's a different microphone. But this is the one we got. 25, 26, 29. All the ones for sale are cheaper than that. Okay, we got a 16. So we'll just do 18. I think that's fair. Made 3. Shipping will be pretty light on this. It is very light, and I can throw it in a bone mailer, no problem. So that'll be about here. And that's a good day of thrifting. We got lucky on Game of Thrones. We got unlucky on Sorry. And this is a good pickup. So, you know, we learn more every day, right? This is something I probably would have passed up when I first started or shortly thereafter, because it's kind of bulky. I wouldn't want to have it around. I don't like electronics very much. It's tough because sometimes they're broken. But yeah, that was a good pickup, especially for going in blind. But all right, so if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.